right, so bring the knees together. If you need to open them a little bit to make room for the belly, that's fine. But we're just gonna casually take the arms out in front. Drop the head. If you wanna place your head onto a pillow, you can. If you wanna turn it right and left, you can. We're gonna take a few breaths here, a few grounding breaths. So maybe these are your first conscious breaths of the day. Just notice them. Remind yourself that you're here for a reason. You've gotten on your mat today to take care of yourself. So let that pause happen fully. Deep breath in, and a nice slow exhale. Deep breath in. Feel the belly with air. Bring it in and exhale. Let's start to walk the arms out a little bit more. Try to take the shoulder blades away from the shoulder. Let them relax down. Enjoy this space that you've created for yourself for the next hour. All right, so slowly lift up. We're gonna come back into tabletop. This time open the knees up a little wider. You can take it onto your blanket if you like. I've already got one set out. So when the knees are open up wider, the big toes are coming together, hips drop to the heels. Walk out the arms, but this time let's put the fingertips on the mat. So we're focusing on the breath, but I also want you to focus on that mind-body connection. Allow yourself to be present in your moment. Know that you're here. Feel your knees on the ground, the tops of your feet on the ground, the fingertips on the ground. All right, walk the hands in, come up again, nice and slow, right? We're gonna transfer all of our weight over to one side. So I'm going to my left side first, all right? So that's gonna free up the right hip. Take the arms to the side. Maybe the belly is kind of inside the thigh. Walk the arms out, stretch out. So I'm on my left side, my right arm is gonna be really reaching. And breathe through this. So if you're having issues with the knees, you can place a towel underneath the knees. Stay where you are unless you're having these issues. You can place a towel underneath the knees. It lifts that pressure up off the knees a little bit. Some of you guys have mentioned that y'all have issues with the tops of your feet. Very common, guys. What you're gonna do, keep breathing wherever you are, right where you are, is roll up a towel and place them underneath the ankles. All right? So come on up nice and slow from this left side. And then start to transfer over to the right side. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. We want to create space in our body today. Lengthen through the left side. Hold there. When we create space, our bodies move with more ease. We become more at peace within our bodies. And when we're at peace within our bodies, we can find more peace in the mind easily. So tune in with the body. Are the hips relaxed? Is the core relaxed? Take a deep breath in. Any spots of tension, take your breath there. Exhale. Just release. Two more breaths. And let's lift up. Walk the hands in. We're coming forward. So come back into tabletop. Bring your knees together. And then sass the hips from side to side. Oh, yes. Maybe feel the outsides of the hips stretching. Ooh, do you hear some popping? I sure did. All right. So we are going straight into melting heart. So you want to talk about shoulders? Here you go. I have to use a block for melting heart. We're going to place it underneath the chest area. All right. Maybe a little bit higher, depending on where's comfortable for you. You know what I mean, girls. Walking the hands out. Now look, the hips are going to stay over the knees, all right? Now you don't have to go all the way to the ground on that. This isn't the purpose of this. The purpose of this is a gentle opening of the shoulders, putting a healthy extension in the spine. Prop up with any props that you need. Maybe you need a pillow underneath there too. But you're going to get to a place that's comfortable, but you're still feeling a little love in the shoulders. Settle in. The forehead can be on the mat or the chin, or it can be on a pillow. Allow yourself to walk the fingertips out, the shoulders roll away from the spine, and then rest the elbows down. If you ever feel too much pressure on the head, you guys, then walk the arms back in. Here we go, let the belly drop. And breathe, deep breath in. And breath out. If thoughts enter your mind, just decide if you want to explore them or if you want to let them go. Stay where you are for a few more breaths. Scan the body. Notice all the connection with the ground. Notice your connection with your breath. Be there. Be there on your mat. And we're going to lift up. Bring the arms in. Oh, yes. You can remove the blocker pillow if you had one. From tabletop, you guys, a few cat-cows. So we're working with extension and flexation of the spine. So as you exhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, and pull the heart up and out, shoulder blades down. Now, when you're coming into cat, start with the tailbone. Think tailbone, middle back, upper back, and neck. Tuck the chin. Now let's release neck, upper back, middle back, tailbone. So do this a few times with your breath. Exhale, coming inward. Inhale, expanding out. Last one. All right, let's make our way down to the bellies. Remove the props. So we're coming down nice and slow, moving into Sphinx pose. Really healthy extension of the lower spine. But let's start forehead to forearms. If you know you're comfortable with this and you've practiced this before and you're ready to go into Sphinx, go for it. But I always like to stay here and just check it out first. Wiggle the hips around. How do they feel? Tight this morning? Okay, we already loosened them up a little bit. All right, and from here, let's take the elbows underneath the shoulders. And a lot of times in Yin, we can sink into the shoulders, but this time it's gonna be a little different. I want you to push the shoulders away from the ear like we were in a regular yoga class, all right? Hands are flat on the mat, you're feeling that connection. And then what I would like you to do is take a few breaths here. Can y'all see the bottoms of my feet? Okay. Chin slightly lifted. Just gonna parallel with the ground. So we're gonna do something to see if you can feel the difference here. We're gonna end up engaging the glutes, push the feet into the ground, engage the glutes, lift the quads off the mat, lift the knees off the mat. Now can you feel more tension back there in the lower back? Or does that feel better? Now release the quads, all right? This is really just trying to be mindful of different parts of our body. The quads are the fronts of your legs, the top of the front of the leg that's on the mat now. Try to release those, keeping the knees lifted. There you go. And now relax completely. Staying into Sphinx. Breathe down the spine. If you'd like to dip the head down, you can place it on a pillow or block or something to feel more comfortable here. Or you can keep it lifted. I prefer to keep my head lifted because I'm looking at a computer a lot or a device. So I'm always doing this with work, so I'm kind of lifting up a little bit. Opening up that front chakra area or the throat chakra. Remember, if you want to come out before we do, that's fine. If you want to stay longer, push pause, that's fine. It's your practice. But we still are slightly engaged with the arms, and we're just going to take a couple more breaths here. Legs are relaxed again. Excellent. So come back down to the mat, nice and slow. This time, your arms are going to be out to a V. Forehead to the mat. And see if you can notice the ribs expanding side to side, east to west. The belly becoming wider instead of higher off the ground. You're welcome to go back to crocodile or stay here with me. On an inhale, lift the left arm and the right leg. We're engaging. Draw the shoulders down. Two more breaths. And lower. Other side. Right arm, left leg. Get long like you're trying to touch opposite ends of the room with the fingertips and toe tips. Two more breaths. And exhale, lower. Oh yes, oh yes. Lift the head. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders and then just wiggle the hips around. All right. So coming up nice and slowly. Oh, there you go. Try to feel each movement. And I'm pinpointing on that because it really does help with the mindfulness of a practice, the mindfulness practice in general. So options to stay here into tabletop or come with me into downward facing dog. How you doing, guys? So you're gonna tuck the toes. All right, good. Lift the hips, press back, draw the navel in. Try to lift the pelvic floor here. If you're feeling a lot of tension, bend the knees. Just rock the head side to side. Y'all ready to get into some glutes? Oh yeah. Here we go. Looking forward in between the hands. We're going to come into dragon. Take the left knee down, right leg comes forward. This dragon's going to be a little different and special. Use your blocks if you need to, guys. Walk the right foot out to the side, all right? So it's slightly out to the side. Toes are pointing outwards just a little. And we're going to stay right here. And see if you can transfer a little bit of weight onto the left leg. Remember, you could take your blanket, place it underneath your knee. So we're opening up the right glute. You may feel it in the right butt area, but also the front hip area. We're sitting a lot, guys. If we're working from home, we're sitting a lot. This right here, this muscle gets really tight. Even if you're working out, I know I saw Kelly on here earlier. I know you work out a lot, squatting and all of that. You know that psoas gets really tight and we're gonna release that. So just take some nice deep breaths here. I'd like you to try to have a long spine today. Long spine, lifting outward. Find that place where it's not real comfortable. Maybe you're already there. I know I am. Now pay attention. I know there's a lot going on right now, but take your attention away from that and just notice how a deeper exhale feels on that left hip. Remind yourself you're doing this because you love yourself. You're creating ease in your body to allow your body to flow, to allow you to reconnect. There you go. And lift up if you were down, bring the right foot in. If you have your blocks, bring them back with you. You're going to press back. Oh, yes. So the goal here is, there's not really a goal, I don't like saying that, but we're looking for that stretch behind the right leg. If you need to bend the foot and bring it in, or bend the knee, bring the foot in more, you can. And the blocks, guys, they just help to hold you up. Flex the foot for now. Now take the pad of the big toe and try to place that on the mat. Yes, you're one of those people that the top of your foot is tight, the top of the ankle. This is going to help. Deep breaths. So we're gonna lift the front foot, bend the knee, lift the front foot. My throat chakra's out of whack today. All right, right leg meets left leg. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, so stay in tabletop for a moment. Extend that right leg back behind you. Move your ankle around. Maybe bend and straighten the knee. All right, so here's where we're going next. We're gonna go into hip circles. So the bent leg is going to go up, out to the side, and back down. So the leg that was just in front is the one that's rotating now. Good. We're rotating that femur in the hip joint. And then let's switch directions. So go out first, up and down. Keep a strong foundation in the hands. One more time. Excellent. Nice. You can stay right here or lift the hips back up. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a sigh. And breathe. Engage through the arms. And we'll look forward. That's where the left foot goes, right? If you want to take it straight to the outside of the pinky, you can. Turning the toe outward just a tad bit. Hips press forward. Oh, dragon pose. So again, find that happy place where it's happy and you're playing your edge. And as we stay here, you might find that you want to get a little lower as the time progresses on. It's up to you. Find that place of stillness. Let your mind settle, your gaze is soft wherever it is. All right. There we go. So start to walk your left foot in. And now we have our hamstring stretch. Press back. Flex the left foot. Adjust as you need to, but always adjust when the front leg is bent, please. Let's stay here for a moment. If you see your leg is turning out a lot, that's okay. But for right now, for the purpose of what we're trying to do here, try to turn the toes up a little bit. This is just practicing bringing things back to the midline of the body. Practice stronger support. All right. Now if you need to, really look at the big toe, see where you're placing it down. Start to point the foot, extend the ankle, and look for that stretch on the top of the foot. Whew. Good, our back is still long, keeping that spine nice and long, space between each vertebrae. All right, bend the front knee, and left knee meets right knee underneath the hips. Ah, yes, extend your left leg back. Move your ankle around. All right, let's bend the left knee. We're gonna take it down, out, and up 3 times. So down towards the right knee, out to the side, and up. Last time. Good. Doesn't matter range of motion. What matters is that we're keeping it lubricated. We are starting to draw in some synovial fluid, keeping the joints nice and lubricated. All right. We're awesome. We are awesome. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself it's okay. It is okay. Whatever is bothering us, it's okay. And you're okay. All right, you guys. So coming back into downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the weight back. Try to keep a little bit of equal distribution in the front feet, or the, I told you, my throat chakra's all messed up. And the feet and the hands, but you're still pressing away from the hands, opening up the shoulder blades away from the spine. Let the head dangle. And making our way back to the knees. And have a seat. How you doing, guys? Doing all right? Good. I'm gonna check on y'all, see how everything is going. Hey, Kim. Hey, Lexi. Oh, that was a good one. So we are gonna come to our backs. This is where you may or may not need a strap, or you can even use a blanket or a towel, all right? So just find your way onto your back. Oh yes, make sure you've got some room because these legs won't be flying. I'm just kidding. There's gonna be a lot of extending the legs though. All right, so extend the left leg long, but keep some engagement in it to where that thigh is reaching or pushing towards the ground a little bit. Bring the right knee into the chest. Just note how this feels in the lower back. So now what I'd like you to do is engage the core and try to press the upper hips into the mat. Excellent. All right. Keeping the left leg extended or the straight leg, whichever leg you choose, it's okay. Begin to try to straighten this other leg. Pushing the heel to the ceiling. This is where that blanket or strap comes in handy because it just acts as an extension of your arms. But I don't mind if you hold on to the calf. Just make sure you're not squeezing it because I will restrict the stretch just a little bit. Good. We're still engaging the lower back or the core to press the lower back and the upper hips into the mat. Think about lifting the pelvic floor here again and then see if you can get a little bit more push. It's absolutely amazing what that can do. And that's why I called this a Yin blend. Because in Yin, we really, you know, in a traditional Yin class, we wouldn't be lifting the pelvic floor and engaging the quad here and there. Now, right arm out to the side, right leg is gonna fold over the body for your rotation. Again, you can use the straps again, or stay right here. Gaze over the right shoulder if that's comfortable. If not, just take it up. The option is to bend the right knee and let it relax. Maybe place the knee on a pillow. But with this straight leg, if you're using your strap, you're gonna feel a little bit more stretch on the outside, which I really like, because that's a tight area. And when that area gets tight, ooh, it starts to wreak havoc on our knee joint. Are you breathing? Breathe with me now. Slow breath out. Excellent. Release the leg with the strap or the hand. Use the core muscles to lift back up. Oh my goodness, yes. Knee's gonna come into your chest just like we did before. This time, bring the left knee into your chest also. If you'd like to sway side to side, you can. If that doesn't feel good, then stay here. Just bring it in. All right, so keep your left knee in, right leg extends long. And we still are engaging the quad of this right leg. Ah, yes. And then we begin to extend the left leg. Are you breathing? Remembering your tools. Good. And I think of when we engage the core, I think of almost kind of taking that lower abdominal area and tucking it into the pelvis. Maybe that helps as well. Excellent. Let's cross over the body now for our rotation. Oh. So if your shoulder is off the mat, then take your hand to your hip right here, or your belly. Both legs still long. Gaze is straight up or over the left shoulder for more intensity. If you're feeling any pinching in the lower back, you guys, that's your signal to come out of this a little bit. Maybe don't rotate so far over. Another deep breath in. Release. Release the strap. Try to use the core muscles to bring the leg up as you're breathing. Inhale. And exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the right leg in to meet the left. Oh, yes. And so now I want you to bring the knees in a little bit and slightly out. And then in and out. I feel this on that lower back and sacrum area, and it feels like a massage for my lower back, upper glutes. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, legs up to the ceiling. We're gonna hold on to the outsides of the thighs, turn the toes out, and open up the legs. So now my elbows are on the ground. They're acting as support for this, all right? Just breathe. You can also place the blocks underneath the thighs if you'd like, or a pillow. Inhale. Release the hands, hold the legs there, use a little strength, see if you can close, zip lock the inner thighs together. There we go. And then bend the knees, place your feet on the mat. Oh, yes. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Extend the legs long, palms can be up. We're going to take just a moment here to rest. Take your tongue on the top of your mouth, close to your front upper teeth. Relax the jaw. Breathe in and out through your mouth. Nice cooling breath. Thank your body. Thank you to this body for holding us into place, allowing us to be here. Even though sometimes I feel we don't get along with our bodies. There can be aches and pains. We do what we can to support. We support our body and our body supports us. So begin to just wiggle fingertips and toe tips, ankles and wrists. Bring the knees into the chest, nice and slow here. You're working at your own pace always. And then roll over to one side, forehead to forearms. Forehead to forearms. Don't listen to me today. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ear to bicep. Oh my goodness. All right. Y'all ready to come up? Let's use this top arm, press down, just roll up. There we go. Oh yeah. How's that? We're not gonna just jump up and walk away just yet. So coming to that long spine. Start to move laterally, side to side. Just let it flow. Let the head go with you. All right, how about now we come forward and around. And other side. So yeah, I hope that you join us on Wednesdays now at 10:15 for a similar type of practice as this. It'll be different, of course, but it's the same feel and style. Oh yes. All right. Lift the chest up, roll the shoulders down. Now lift the heart up, 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 up. Extend the spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release to a comfortable seat, neutral spine. Yes, you did it. You got on your mat today, and that's what counts. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Hey, Sherry. Thank you so much for being here today, you guys. And if you were just dropping by, that's totally cool. You can jump in and just get what stretch you need. Again, if you're watching replay, let me know that you're watching replay so that I know that this is stuff that you guys want. And all of this will be on YouTube, including the core work that we're doing. I really feel strongly about us working on stretching and expanding, but we also need that stability in the core to stay balanced and healthy. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll be doing more stretching, relaxing, and core work. All right? If you have any questions, you guys let me know. I love you and have a wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.